Thank you for inviting me. What an honor to be following Kiran Bedi after her speech. We have been friends for many years. We have worked together on many projects. And recently, she graced the occasion of our 40th year of celebrations. Uh, I think also being on the jury of this Social Impact Award, I got introduced to a lot of very uh, important initiatives, very deep-rooted impact that all these initiatives are making. And in fact, it was quite tough to make that assessment as a jury for, and some of us were very experienced people in that whole team. A very good process. I think I have already talked about it to you all. I just want to bring in 2-3 issues here. When you talk about women's empowerment, then you have to look at how Indian society has really dealt with this issue. Because it's been 4 decades. अब 40 साल तो खैर मेरी ज़िंदगी के इस काम के लिए लगे और तमाम मेरे साथ महिला संगठनों से, महिला साथियों के ज़रिए हम लोगों ने इस काम को करने की कोशिश की है. लेकिन जो who's the center pillar of the family? When I ask you this question, who's the center pillar? So, I mean, some women only said women, but what about men who really venerate their mothers, who cannot think of a life, not only the birth of course is there, but think of a life without a mother around, or without a sister around, without a family. So center pillar of the family is this woman. We all love her. We all give her everything that we can, given the kind of society we are in. And also, when you look at the way we decide, where does this whole messaging gets lost? It gets lost when we start constructing gender. You know, from women, from looking at our mother, sister, daughter, and that framework, we are still having a great respect for women. We respect her dignity, we respect her honor, we do everything possible to provide for her. But when we start constructing gender in any society for that matter, we start distribution of resources and power and access and opportunity. You know, and that's where the whole idea of a family, building a kind of society where men and women become different. So here is someone who's entitled. Here is same family, same 2 children, same mother who you love, same father who does everything possible to make you who you are today and sitting in this room or wherever. So you start deciding to give one side. So the whole balance starts tilting. Here is more, more power, more entitlement, much more access, much more, ability to give the ability to decide. So, and here is tender care, everything else is there, but no limited access. I mean, I'm talking about the generally limited access. If you want something, yes, you will get it, but let bhaiya get it first. Yes, you can go for that higher education, but it's costly. Even now, I'm talking about very well-educated family who have every wherewithal to be able to support girls and boys equally. A lot of us don't discriminate anymore, and we think we don't. We think we don't discriminate anymore, but we do. We do. When you go deep down, then why it is important for Indian society to ensure, every parent to ensure that the girl must get married. She must settle down. So many young journalists, who come to me, or friends in the film fraternity, they come to me. So many of our own women who are girls who are working in this whole development field come to me and say, ma'am, this is now getting a little too late for me. I have to get married and settle down. Why? Because the agency is not there till you are really under some kind of a support and control, or some kind of a system where you are ensured or you are guaranteed some kind of a protection and security. But why? why it is like this. We as Indian society, when we start moving from family to community to state, you see women are pushed out. So in family, the most important person of your family, slowly and slowly, community becomes less and less important. When you come to the state, formation of the state, then you see, oh, so it's only, they don't have the wherewithal, they are not, we have people like her who has been governor of a state, but, still you have to really make them ornamental presence. 14% in India's parliament. So the moment you are out of that whole, circle of your own personal care, emotions, you start distribution of power and wealth. Then it becomes, again, the balance is tilted. It goes in the... So when we are looking at social impact, I want to just tell you a small story. I started with stories, so I think I should. This is about Rekha Devi. She's my friend, my colleague. She is no more, but she came from a from a village from Kanpur. Middle of the night, she is told to leave the house after good thrashing. And also, of course, 2 boys were not given to her, her own sons. The children she produced, the children she was raising were not given to her. She comes out. She comes out crying, goes to family and the mother and father and the people who loved her all told her, this is not acceptable. You cannot do this because your brother is here, his family is here, everything belongs to this family, and how do you really come in? And this is the story of Uttar Pradesh, where still we have a huge struggle going on for getting women their rights and empowering women. Whole country, but much more so in certain parts of the country. So what happened to Rekha Devi? Rekha Devi comes out. Of course, she encounters us, and then, we start talking about she's not educated. She's not... What should she do? She has no money. Her children are also been taken away. Rekha Devi slowly and slowly start building herself with support from the work that we have been doing in those areas. And what finally happens to Rekha Devi? She not only goes back and claims her share in the property from the in-laws, घर का लिया, अपने दोनों बच्चों को ले आई, उनको पढ़ाया लिखाया. आज दोनों बच्चे टेक्निकल फील्ड में हैं, दोनों हॉस्पिटल्स में काम करते हैं, उसके बेटे दोनों. और फिर वो उसने अपनी पढ़ाई की. आप विश्वास नहीं करेंगे, बिल्कुल अनपढ़ लड़की गांव की, जिसकी 12 साल की उम्र में शादी हुई थी, वो ग्रेजुएट हुई. उसने पढ़ाई की और वो ग्रेजुएट हुई और उसने अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाया, अकेले उस लड़ाई को लड़ा. अब आप 1 मिनट के लिए इस तरफ ध्यान दीजिए, अगर पूरा समाज उसके साथ खड़ा होता, अगर उसका परिवार उसके साथ खड़ा होता, और अगर उस समाज के वो लोग जिनके दिमाग में है कि नहीं, महिलाओं के साथ गलत हो रहा है हिंदुस्तान के समाज में, महिलाओं के सशक्तिकरण की जो कहानी है, वो जो एम्पावर लोग यहाँ बैठे हुए उनके दिमाग में इस समय है, पर वो कहानी आगे नहीं बढ़ रही है. अब हमारा SDG का समय आ गया, अभी हमारा 2030 में. आप अपने सारे सोशल इम्पैक्ट असेसमेंट्स करिए, कितनी महिलाओं को फ़ायदा होता है जो काम आप करते हैं. चश्मा पहन लीजिए, जिसके ज़रिए आप सी थ्रू दोज ग्लासेस that when I am doing this action, when this product rolls out, when I am going to be investing, when I am supporting a startup, how many women are really benefiting by my action? How many women we have pulled out of this, mess where we are listening to every day. I don't know, sometimes even Kiranji is part of those panels. How painful for us for 40 years to talk about women being raped, women being molested, women has been cut into pieces. This is our society. We belong here. We are a group of empowered people. We are people who want to see social impact. We want to change. We are the agents of change because we got that opportunity. We are privileged ones because we got that opportunity. But what are we doing about it? Why it is that in Indian society till today, every girl is not in school? Why? Why it is that we are killing the children in the womb even today, even right now when I'm talking to? Why? We have to start asking those questions. And I think when we empower a woman, Gandhiji said, you educate a man. You must have heard this quote plenty of times. When you educate a man, you educate the person. But when you educate a woman, you educate a nation. So, this is something when we keep in our mind, and we are going to work like that. Every single social CSR work, every single CSR work today, if starts focusing on what's happening to women and girl children, this society will be something different. Our vision, our dream, our future will change. And I think what we are thinking of, every one of us are well-meaning people. We want to see our society change. But why it is that sitting in the office she is not respected? It's not only home that she's facing violence, but even in your offices, she's not respected. You put your hand around her and say, oh, I just did it. It's nothing, what's wrong with that? It was not my intention. Please check your intention. See that you really want to see an empowered citizen of India. Is she a citizen of India, or is she someone to be played around with? So I think that's something we have to really think today. And I really feel that with this kind of a gathering and this kind of a program that you all are implementing, and the things that I saw, most of it, if it has to be social impact, then it has to work towards social change. If it is social change, then you have to ensure that every woman is empowered, every girl child is empowered. Then only the social change will come. We are talking about women-led development. The other day I was talking to my friend in the one of the ministers. I said, you are talking about women-led development. Where are these women who are leading development? Which development are women leading? If we are leading the development, then how empowered the Indian women have become? So we have to really try all that. We have moved. I'm absolutely of no pessimist, feeling that no, we haven't done anything in last 40 years. We have moved. We have done. That's why you see so many. Almost half this room is women. There was time when we used to address meetings and we'll see some 2, 3, 4, 5 women stuck in the corner. But half the women in this room are the women who have gone through education, who have gone through a career, who are empowered, but there is still something missing. And that missing will have to be removed. That missing will have to be changed from our mindset. So I feel that women's empowerment in India is not only a dream, but we are now on that point in our society where it has to happen. Women empowerment will have to happen. When women rise, I think families thrive. Thank you.